Well, I'm hoping that people will buy me a coffee. I made some videos that I'm reluctant to put on, but they're not like anything other. Um, they're not unlike the last 200,000 videos I put on. Um, I'm experiencing a lot of stress, kind of isolated, and it's not right that I don't talk about it, especially of all the things, Shauna. Really, you haven't. Is there something you needed to say after all of the videos? Really, and that's very real for some people. We don't ask for help very well. I mean, maybe we will directly, but we don't get a very good response, and then that's what sends us off on the left field. And we don't. To a lot of people, really, I am in the position. I say, I don't really need help. I figured it out. I figured that out because I already went to the help center, and then of course, I'm doing all of this shadow work and stuff. It's like, you know what? Will you fucking just leave me alone? I need support. I don't want to be rid up of this kind of thing. Basically, here it is. Oh man, I really wanted to say something. I really wanted to do a con act here. I really wanted to be a con artist here. How am I going to do this? I just have to be completely honest. That's right. I'm trying to tell you that I'm turning 50, and I've always done physical labor for um, work. I've never had a problem going to work and doing all the kind of work you can imagine. You don't know that about me probably, but straightforward. I've always worked. At one point, I had three jobs that I was hitting the time clock on. One of them was working at a farm. Right, that's how I was paying my rent there. It was a beautiful place, beautiful experience. And I had two jobs on top of that, and also working into another job, my new entrepreneurship with a partner where for 10 years or more, we on top of the other job I worked, we were doing yards, and I was landing. I knew how the skill of taking care of the. Anyway, I don't know why I find it hard to just tell the truth about it, and just say that see, I know better than to keep pushing myself physically. I've already um, experienced it. That's what I'm going through, and I don't want my life of living in the mountains and chopping wood and stuff like that to end. I would rather have a good partner. I'm staying complete, and I don't care how many times I say fucking in this particular video. This is a really hard video for me to make, and I don't think it's anybody's business but mine. But really, no. Nothing of what I had posted before this is anybody's business, but this is the way you use this thing, is you should make yourself vulnerable and stop hurting. If you don't express yourself, you're gonna hurt. And I've been under a lot of stress. It's not my stress really, it's somebody else's stress, and it's like I've been taking it on. And I can't do that anymore. Come on, I'm being used here. That's a real thing. There's plenty of material that we can pull up based just in psychological study alone about these kinds of people. I mean, if you want to talk about possible narcissism or just whatever it is, I don't know what it is that people would get so dislocated of their own ability to maintain their own vortex, which is your vortex is what your heart produces around you. I know Abraham Hicks talks about that too, but it's a very real energetic phenomenon where, I mean, now I'm being led to talk about leakages and stuff. Like you can have energetic leakages, and that's where you have like boundaryless behavior and stuff like that. And there's where there's to me there's the word borderline. Now you want to keep in mind that we are to be human beings here and be vulnerable. That's part of how we get to know each other. That's part of the best parts of us, really, that puts ourselves out and says, hey, this is where I was, this is what I was thinking. and and so I can't I've been struggling with just it's a natural process of going through a change of life. I'm nearing 50. A lot of people could relate with that and have respect, but see, also it's a Chiron return. I mean, that's where astrologically it says, yeah, no, everybody has it's not just women, it's men too. They have a like a little crisis or something with Chiron returning of their wounded warrior. You know, they have to look back into and find like it's like a check-in of how are we doing with those wounds, maybe. And the truth is like, have you been protecting yourself from other things getting in there and pouring salt or looking for it? You know, and they really take you over in a certain way. Like, let's just say you are, see, needing a change in your life and wanting to move forward and advance, and see, you're just going through a process. And a lot of people, more than ever, my generation, will be number one in showing that no, actually getting married and finding your soulmate and really settling down with the real love of your life now, the real love of your life. Might even get married. Late marriages are 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 just common ground there because it's the Libra generation, and Libras are late bloomers. That's the season we're in now. We have anything that's late blooming, then it's definitely late. It's just really it's late in getting into anything. It's just the fall. It's a very very beautiful sign if you got to know the Libra sun. Look into the Libra sun, just what time of year it is. Do you like the fall? Just the whole process of getting now we even see whenever it gets into the Scorpio is different. So is Scorpio. Scorpio is one of the most amazing vibrational frequencies to get to know. It's a whole different vibe than the first 6 or 5 signs. 6 signs. The seventh sign is the first realization of the other, which is Aries. It's the first opposition, which and so Libra used to say I love before they changed it, all material and written in English. It was before the Second World War. It used to say I love, but then after the Second World War, it's I balance. My heart, I've been messed with, and I'm in a lot of pain. I would like to be better respected in my closer quarters. There's nothing more that I need. I don't care what happens over social media or anything. And having said that, I think that there's a cure for how I feel and how that it might be making them feel also. See, none of us deserve to feel like have a false sense of ourselves perpetuating. Now, back off and let me just say I'm humanity, and I'm going to black out my pajama view here because I actually have respect for myself. I think it's time. Maybe I'm almost too late. No, I don't know. I need to do better for myself. Really, there's love in my life that what little there is on display for me that tries does work for me, but it's coming with a bite that I don't care for, and so now is that love? No, I think that it has a balance there. It says no, I know that I'm going through this and that, but this I cherish, and you know, getting back to the vortex thing is that you don't want to keep unsavory things or unwanted things in your vortex. It's just not healthy. You become diseased. Your vortex is your place of manifesting, and if you keep bad feelings going in it, and first of all, you cannot manifest anything good from there, right? That's what Abraham Hicks would say. See, I don't have a problem with that, not in all my life. I'm a musician, and to me, that's like, well, that's what we're doing anyway. We when you make music into a song, you're not holding on to any of the bad notes or the bad experiences. You pick up on what, oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's it. And it makes you happy and buoyant. It's different for other people in other fields of information, like hitting a nail on the head. And now you not only do that, but you actually put together in a massive, without one nail bending, structure that your grandchildren can live in and go crazy in, and hopefully she sells the damn place and gets the hell out of here. Anybody in their right mind would. It's just taking me this long to figure it out. The thing is, see, it's just by way of being smarter than what's trying to make everything miserable, and it's just not cut out for me. I'm not really the kind of person who rots. I have to set a better example than just rotting like everybody else, isn't it? I think that the asphalt spill over here that was highly toxic, it's still emanating, and it got to me in my body, and there's no way I can prove that the things that have gone on, coming to my change of life, was not the fault of the asphalt over there, but I don't put it past it to be something that exacerbates certain conditions that kind of tip us over, you know what I mean? I mean, it's bad enough that I was attacked here. It's real for me because I watched 25 houses being built here, and I'm not. And then see, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, whatever, how many, and then here comes social media, the iPhone, and they are radiating us, especially the innocent ones, the human beings that might be really hurting, and they want human contact. They want contact. They know that somebody's there. They're entertaining, right? They want to, and they get on it more and more. See, a lot of people don't know that that maybe they have more time on their hands than the next one, and the next one, see, I mean, is not getting hip to the trip until later. See, we can see that the ones that are like too busy with the fake life, and they actually say, no, I do it like this and this and this, and they don't really get involved. See, it's not good to not be involved, and it's not good to be so involved that well, the truth is, it's not good to have it altered to it's poisoning us, and that's not me making things up. This is the truth. There is ways that you can handle EMF waves, vibrational frequencies, and electricity, and tune it to a resonance that actually heals the body instead of does all of this other stuff. See, I would love to, right? You want to listen to the experiments that took place during World War II. Huge experimental ground about the EMF waves and the mind control machine that isn't 100% up and running, not just in the United States, babes, and coming through like Brazil way. What I mean is the lower Americas has an affiliation, like they say that, well, maybe nobody was killed there, assassinated. They just moved over into the lower parts there. They hopped from Antarctica up to the peninsula. Anyway, Project Paperclip, but we're looking at the technologies that were used to see what Tesla has already had into place. They hijacked it, and they had to rewire it into a very operational, like individualistic way that they can do lie detecting, MRI, resonance imagery, right, and X-ray. And sorry, I'm in a really heartbreaking. I've been going through something that is, if anything, you have to weigh out your feelings. You have to feel like it's so complex because you have to think of your self-worth, right? And I hear everybody telling me, well, just get a job doing this and that. Babe, give me some time, but really, why can't this work for me? You know what I mean? I'm not asking for $100 from people either. I'm asking for $5 from 200 people on my Facebook. See, I am Uh, this has to work for me. It's unfortunate. It has to be just in the name of helping somebody like me, and that's where I was trying to be honest about my situation. I I can't snap my fingers and get the better job for me, the thing that I'm supposed to do. My body, I'm still trying to heal. See, a lot of people probably don't know this. I haven't been able to heal. I haven't been talking about it. It's because I'm in an unhealing situation. I would like to get out of it. I would like to that I like for that to be informed better. There isn't anything I can do with how that it's digressing or progressing or whatever. Sorry, I'm looking for my cat now. I need to put myself to sleep. I um, get some rest. I can't go against my intuition. See, there's some parties, and you might know this to be true with you call it a narcissist or whatever. I think that there's a system that is it's lighting up and it kind of lights up in other people that it's like, okay, it's now time to make sure that nobody trusts their intuitive minds. It's time to do something of the opposite of that because, well, who knows? They are far disconnected from that in their life, and they do something else that is like, let me ride all over you because you're on your way and I'm not, or I don't know. Can we stop and can we realize that there is a way to become more conscious? We're not all falling off the face of the earth. Can you be more grateful? Want what you have now, and that's the key to getting more, blah, 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 because how could you want anything more unless you can't want what you have now? And your vortex, let's get back to that. Isn't that weird? It's like, I'm struggling to just, I wanted to talk to you about this, is that anybody else would, and I would too, right? I have to go. I'm not somebody who's going to struggle much. Life is too short, and I would rather remain in a creative mode. And uh, where it's gotten with people, something it's more than me just trying to make this work for me. I have to make it work financially, and I might sell out, but I want to meet the right people that have my best interest in mind because I will. Of course, I give them something, but I don't want anybody to rip me off. I want this to be done the smartest way, and why can't I attract that into me? I think that because it's the plot that it is compared to all the rest of the houses that have went in who have basically they set themselves up like the grid and they all just face the road and they're all a bunch of coffins, premature coffins sitting there for everybody to rot in. I can't do it. Now that I can see it, it's like, that's not me. And all these people fucking completely, well, see, I feel like if I give it time, and I feel like that I need to, ladies and gentlemen, fucking A, man. I'm not talking to anybody here, I know, but if in case I was, I would say I'm asking for you to buy me a coffee for my 50th birthday. $5, right? But be more generous than that. Maybe put a zero on it. Don't limit me to my own poor self-worth right now, but see if what I mean is if I had less of the distraction that I feel about making money, I would write the articles that I need to here. I would get more practice here. I would make a breakthrough with whatever it is personally that I'm going through, if it's real or not, that it's actually happening, that I am feeling like I am being it's like I'm being targeted. And they say that they don't know what's happening. It's like, well, okay, but whether you know it like it or not, it's very uncanny. And I'm even telling you now, I'm saying, hey, how about this? Human to human. I'm an astrologer. Wow, look at this. Mars is squaring my Mars. Bad for me. Bad for me. I'm very, very thin skinned. Everybody is though. The Mars in Cancer, get real. It's in the air, square to the Venus square Pluto, the real life Venus square Pluto that just happened. Man, pardon that look I just made. And you know I've looked better, right? Well, I'm very sensitive to the Mars transit and the Venus and all that stuff. I'm a Mars Venus person, believe it or not. It's because I have 5 planets in Libra, which is under the rulership of Venus, but I'm Mars ruled. My whole chart is Mars ruled. So I'm very Mars conjunct Venus type. And anybody who looks that aspect up, it's it could be a lot better. I'm right near my Mars line here. I'm under a lot of worry because of the illusion that money either is or is not upholding. We all know that we see, this is the obvious, right? We all know that it pays our bills. I could have electricity going. It helps my cat eat, drink water. Pretty soon it's going to be our oxygen. I don't know. What do you think? What's necessary there? It's a great idea. Sorry. I want out, don't you? How do we make it into this fucking prison? Do you think it's that serious? I don't think so. I really don't. But I'm around some people who are fucking, they have their ungodly seriousness about them, and it's really, let's step away from it now. It's hard to tell who's who. You know, if you're around a narcissist who is just people who have been through such a level of abuse, it can be physical, a lot of times it is, that there's no recapturing or capturing at all who could possibly be there. There's just somebody who has been programmed by the abuse, and they're sure they're on the right track because of what they've gotten through with their abuse. But a lot of times that surety is pure insecurity. They are looping, and indeed, look at their toxic relationship that they managed to maintain. See, a lot of them will be submissive and non-aggressive, but it's because it's unaware of itself. Once it becomes unaware of it, once it becomes aware of itself, that it has a very deep-seated problem, right? With its ability to truly love and be present with something else without projecting on it, without wanting to be anything else but what it is there, whatever it is, just to be with it. And I don't know, you see, I don't want to get into the part where we can begin to water it. It's really a matter of alignment, whether or not we are genuine about what brings us together. And I am now racking my brain, and I don't want to be. I want to be able to relax. I promise you I'll get the job of my dreams. I'll do the thing that I'm supposed to do. It's actually in the works. But I'm pretty sure and whether the person or the party knows it, likes it or not, they've mentioned that they don't know, and so now I feel like I'm free to just talk about it. Fuck it. This is completely unconscious. Have mercy on us all. Can you save us both from feeling trapped or hurting each other? Because I say that it's not a good time right now for me to do physical labor. I'm actually trying to taper off on having destroyed my body. Really, it's not that I've destroyed it. I've done things the right way. See, and especially if you're an astrologer, you don't do things against the season that's coming up. I mean, if you can feel it anyway. Sometimes it's like, really, it's right. There's a lot of tension, right? I mean, wow. Time to actually not force things, because a lot of people get in accidents because that's exactly what happens. But your astrologer might be your friend, might tell you, well, maybe it's time to slow down because look how Mars is squaring your blah, blah, blah. Or did you notice it's on the midheaven? So it's like high noon flack. You have a warlord putting every fucking bit of fucking artillery upon you. Haven't you noticed? Mars square ascendant. 11 degrees? Wow. You didn't become the war machine, did you? Because those walls have been fucking bombed and they are attacked. There's nothing left. No, there's nothing left. Love is destroying it. And it has to. It has to. That's the Taurus vibration right now. Uranus and Taurus. It's calling for all of us, and I'm not going to forget it, to stop working so hard. Don't. Because love, it's time to demonstrate how powerful and how much work love can get done compared to the people that are actually avoiding. Now you want to talk about a better association, the better presence towards each other. That's what love cultivated within us does. It's something that we cultivate within us about ourselves that then we become realized that, oh, this is the possibility within another one. So I'm just going to hold space like that. It's kind of mysterious. A lot of people don't appreciate it because it will smile. And it's like, it's not time to smile. It's like, well, anyway, I don't want to get into how weird and upside down everything really is, but nah, you can't fake energy. You know, at the end of the day, you're either really drained or you're really excited to get to it again, whatever it was. And so that's the key, right? Your vortex, I mean, this is minute 27. Your vortex is full of the energy from having held on to the things that make you feel good and that you love. See, that goes right over the head of a lot of people that are absolutely undisciplined. They don't know that they are choosing moment to moment. They have free will. They don't have any free will. See, if you know that you're making a choice moment to moment about whether or not you pay attention to a feeling in your body, rather than what the mind desires and creates as a feeling, that's a whole other subject matter that I want to open up. And I want to find it somebody else is penetrating into it and bringing up the information, because it will happen and then I won't be so lost about it. But because the mind and its mechanism, the way that if it's not seen and it's blind to itself, which is just pure fear, it'll be fearful because of just being found out. It knows inherently that it can't be reality or the truth, but it's going to do everything in its power to deny that it sees itself. A lot of times there's where the mask wearing, right? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm not really a mind here. If anything, I've flooded it with the heart, the vortex information, the one that says I am in connection with the plasmatic field, outer space. I belong here. As if there's anything that I can reach for and make mine, it's my behaviors and my interaction with the truth therein. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being forced into seeing, like, I can see auras. I can sit until 3 in the morning and weave into you something. It's only because I'm feeling the stress of feeling like I'm being backed into a situation where I don't want to be there. I don't have to be there because it might hurt me. Literally, it might hurt me physically. Because I've been having more back pain. I know where it's coming from, too. I tried to explain it. I don't want to sit here and dwell on my pain body. It's a spiritual thing. It is sad and unfortunate. But because that some people do it unconsciously, we forgive them, but we have to address it and we have to say, no, we're trying to heal, and we have to start putting up boundaries and saying, and can you Can you respect that there might be somebody in your life who's an astrologer also who says, by the way, can you see that? Okay, so are you going through something? Comment section down below. If you know that Mars is aspecting your sun, moon, or rising sign at 11 degrees, are you going through some kind of a bit of a kind of, did you hear about the spiritual warfare that might be happening? Good God, you know? See, I'm trying to heal myself by doing what I like to do is just express, you know, and who thought that I would be like, I don't know, what warfare, Shauna? Babes, I'm love, and it's nothing new to me. You're being, you know, it's like this. Just be patient with people around you. Don't be so dependent on them that now you're discarding everything that you love in your life and you're like, I need to stick my head up somebody's asshole. No, don't do that. I mean, after a while, choose who it is that you do that with because is it love or is it worth it? Is it worth the squeeze? Oh, sorry. God. Oh, having said that, Kim Cast, I feel your fucking soul, man. And I wonder if there's other people like that. You know, are you guys not fucking sick and tired of being sick and tired? I mean, really, you went down the rabbit hole. See, I can't be led into doing something that it's like, no, I don't know how old y'all's is, but I'm turning 50. I'm quite the success in what I've done all my life. I'm actually at a very opportune time. And I think that fucking demons right now are going, oh yeah, that's true, and I'm gonna fucking absolutely do everything in our power, especially our resources called money. But see, this is the thing about me, and don't try to challenge this, by the way. It doesn't do us any good, you know. We're trying to heal here, you know, and it's possible to heal through association if you really make contact with love, like a person who knows love and it is love. You will start to transform. They know about the process and make no mistake. They are going through the process, but I didn't just say that they had to have you there in order to go through that process. No, but the universe has a way of absolutely sending us to the place of no matter what distraction shows up, no matter like how that we think that a person distracts us or is toxic or shows us like pain in our hearts and tearing apart, and it's like, well, why is this happening? Well, it's because they have a Mars square Mercury. Yeah, Mars square Mercury, very interesting too. Unconscious now doesn't know that they're doing it, so really it's just boom, there it is. A freak accident might be in the person's biographical story, autobiography. You know, it's like, yeah, and all of a sudden, and I'm lucky to be alive, and they tell you exactly what happens, like, fuck you are, and how freaky, it's freaky because something caught them and kept them alive, and what happened, how does that happen with people? Why does this go on that they have a freak accident? There's a Mercury square Mars in the chart. Mercury is the mind, Mars is the physical activity. Mercury is like it's now just getting into without talking about a car or operating machinery really, and Mars being very very dangerous around if it's square there. See, but just the mental field alone, um, Mercury. Um, if it's not connected to the physical realm, which is Mars, if it's having a hard time with it, um, there's a mentality there you want to watch out for too. Are they stuck with no connection to reality at all? They're very awkward and bizarre, and nobody can explain. Well, but a psychologist will tell you, oh no, this is This is definitely a fully encapsulated awareness. See, I would never say mind. I would say the awareness has been sucked into the mind. It's distorted now. Awareness to me would just be Mars. Mars is the one that says I am, and or the Aries. It's Mars ruled. It's the physicality. It's the body itself. It rules the body, the physical aperture. And but if it's square to Mercury, the body is disconnected somehow with the mind. What is happening there? How does it make a connection? Is the mind imagining something that's happening and the body follows what's going on? But see, there's something happening there. And it's interesting to run across the individuals that, I've never really um, been so up close to one. Then maybe it's recently that it's just, yeah, if you have Mercury at like 27 degrees Cancer, but it's leaning into Leo, and then you have a Mars on the cusp of Taurus at 0, but it was like kind of in Aries. That's a Mars square, a sneaky Mars square Mercury there. And now, as an astrologer, when you see that, you don't condemn it. You say, oh shit, now what do you tell the people that says, no, now do you realize that your person or whatever, or that you're dealing with right here, somebody who's completely disconnected, mind, body, is not operating on in the same field of information called reality. There's two different things supposedly happening there. And so you treat it like a handicap. I mean, really, you try to figure out, well I mean, for me personally, I really value being mentally accurate in such a way that a flow happens that it's just like, even I am amazed myself. It's like, you know what? Fucking A, man. I would love to plug that into people. That's where I always think, no, let's do that computerized thing. Hurry up, man, because see the algorithmic play naturally would be to hook people up who have the mind of God and just say, fucking get it over with. And boy, would that cause a war. Well, guess what? They're trying to stop it, and they don't want that outright war to happen. They want to hang disease in the air forever. There's a way that you can go to war with, and you don't use guns, and you just be love itself. And having said that, we are living in incarnations of hell, because there's two things here. There's two-headed dragons. I guess there's two dragons that you cut one's head off and 500 million more come up, and it's the same with the other side. It's like, fucking go at it, dumb shit. Whatever you do not think that you have a right to have children here until you start becoming conscious, because that fucking dragon head cutting shit turns into what? It's not even that fun. Hey, Kimcast, what does it turn into? Have you noticed what? I mean, I don't know if the same thing is happening in Australia. Sorry, I'm in pain, and I think it's because I'm not doing yoga, and I'm not doing Kundalini Rise, and it's sad. I feel terrible not doing the right thing for myself. I am now looking at some kind of flying spider or something. Have mercy on me. So anyway, I'm feeling backed into this corner that doesn't need to happen. If those people are unconscious, it's like, oh, okay, well, let me help you with something. Do you really need to do that today? I was trying to tell you, it's like, wait. And then what's happening on my birthday? I don't want anything to do with anybody on my birthday who's having a bad time. I'm not having a good time. I want to have a good time on my birthday, right? God, I hate to be selfish like that, but really, no. I think people are being super selfish with me. I think that they just fucking treat me like a home base or something, you know what I mean? Stepping all over me. Like I don't have a life that I know that here. See, I think people project on me. And it's like, no, I see what's happening here. And I'll be sure to stay away from all of you people if I do cash in my chips here. it's a very strange escape. You know, you don't want to have you don't want to have anything to do with the people who just sat on the sidelines and watched you crumbled and couldn't even buy you a coffee. See, there's where I'm pretty I'm getting pretty brainstorming, but I'm being sidetracked. Not only by the fact that I'm trying to have a change of life that is decent. You know, I don't need to be dragged into somebody's immaturity or something like that. I would rather talk from the maturity that I know, and if we're doing something, can we learn from it still? Anyway, back to, if I just had a little buy me a coffee support, I think I'd put enough information on my. I'm going to change my problem on my cover photo. I don't know. You don't know how long we're going to be alive. See, I I haven't met very many people um who don't want to just die. I hate to say that. And then so the people I feel that can't admit it, they are the most dangerous, and they are the most apt to be the ones who, I mean, are they sitting on us? Are they like, yeah, we like to play nicey nice. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought I was helping. And then the way they turn it around on you, right? You know, it's like, well, it's like, you know, if you're doing that all unconsciously, okay, first of all, even though Christ said that you were forgiven, never did it say, and do nothing until I get back, or never did it say, and so, but all of this that happened, you know exactly what happened. No, close it out. You have a life that you're responsible for called right now here, and it's blank sheet of paper. Can you make decisions and choices that are fully in your awareness level of just that very moment now? That's the only thing you have to work with. And you go by a feeling, for sure, yeah, go by a feeling, you know. Try not to chase after anything of the desire of the mind. If, um, you know, the food thing comes up a problem. See, for me, it makes sense to move to a place where the food is being grown, and to move onto a land where you can grow the food with them or without, whatever. Just see, I'm not in a very good place. I mean, to grow food, but no, nobody knows how to live on the earth. It's like, you know what, I have quails out there, and I have chickens, and I have, they're not laying eggs, or laying eggs somewhere, but we're supposed to know how to skin them up and eat them, right? So they say it's to start in your head, psychologically, it's in your head. Shauna, why are you going there? Why can't you just make some widgets and then go to the goddamn Kentucky Fried Chicken? I bet you anything in a year, if not within 7 years. I'm not going to be here. I don't want to be here. See, the thing is if I if I can stay in my intuitive mind and in my body of awareness, and like, say if I post this video and somebody appreciates it, say like if more than like 15 people hear it, imagine if 15 people sent me $50. Let's do the math. I keep doing this, but I can't do it in front of your face. But do the math. It's fucking remarkable. It's like, whoa. Oh man, where's my plug? Anyway, my iPhone. I kind of choked my iPhone out. I'm really sensitive to the EMF waves. You know, what I really want. See, if I'm quiet enough, and it's getting to be quiet enough, it's almost 2 in the morning. See, we already know that there's a way to protect ourselves from EMF waves, but we can still stay in communication. I think that's very important for us to do. See, my life isn't going to continue on the way it is. It has to change, all of it. It needs to change. I can't um, think that it's a right to enslave somebody to the things that I can't hold up anymore. Really. Talk about that. Did I talk? Is this the same video talking about the physical labor thing? And I think that this thing can work for me. I was about to tell people about how stringent I might get. See, it's supposed to be a watering system. What I mean by watering, it's supposed to be a monetary system, and not through by way of like what people think. You know, it's okay to give gifts. In fact, you don't have to tell this medium that you're doing anything that has to do with anything like selling things. Just say that it's a gift. Otherwise, you get a tax. Listen to how that sounds, a tax. Would you like a tax with that? No, spare me a tax, please. Would you like a tax? No. A tax? Why do you think we get a tax? I say it's because we're getting stupider and stupider. That's why money is here. If we were getting more and more humane, we wouldn't need money. We would need to look each other in the eyes and say, "This is great," and stay like in joy. We trust and just be in full realization of how horrible it would be if we kept this away from each other, whatever it is. I mean, what I'm talking about, like what Tesla was toying with, which is already here, sitting in the pyramids, right? Using water currents underground. See, where I'm at here is definitely a sanctuary of energy that's kind of tattered up and was melted down, and the water that is held. And anyway, thanks for listening. I'm in a lot of pain, and I can't think about doing any physical labor unbeknownst to me, like saying, wait a minute, what do you need to do? See, my physical pain is coming from a spiritual problem, and I've been trying to help myself. Not good enough though, but no, it's really difficult for somebody like me to just, it's actually going from non-physical, I'm sorry, it's going from physical to non-physical. I need to just do yoga more and see if I do yoga correctly, and the fasting thing seems to happen fine, but then I will be able to get into a more powerful self. You know, I'm not supposed to be doing all the stuff that people are trying to send me to do that I've been doing for the last 35 or 40 years. I'm a success at that, and I'm not saying that I'm done being of service to people. I find that, you know, it's been hard going. You ignore it, but a lot of people do not respect service people. They, um, especially if that's all you need, really. You know, you've set your own price. See, I set my own price at $15 an hour. I remember it was 2000, by 2005 I was making $15 an hour, doing a punch a clock job for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. But then I did yard work that I just said, okay, $15 an hour. And so then I had, like, I remember I counted like several days that I went and watered just 8 hours a day. I was watering some people's yards, and none of them liked me. And I'm not saying that so a narcissist can start picking on me. No, there's people who are different. I've never seen one of the people that I worked with I would love to tell you this story, and I'm getting this far down the line to tell you. They did shape shifting in front of my face. I didn't have a problem with them or anything. You try to engage with some of these people, they come with a different energy, and you're like, well, too bad that you can't be cool. Too bad you're that, whatever that is, I don't know. Why did we come here to witness this shit? And it's so hard, it's so tough. It's like we're the ones. Why do I have to lose my position? Like, say, can't I find this to be of some help other than relying on what I've been trying? And I know Kim Cass is like, well, what you said? I'm like, no, babe, I'm not letting. I'm actually having respect. And should I? Should I? Well, if it doesn't know that it's doing what it's doing, then I say change names to protect the innocent, and that's all around. I'm the leader, and we didn't come here, though, to live in denial. We didn't come here to keep disease happening or stay in disease. We don't do disease. If we're doing disease, it's called this life. This life is a disease. This life is the disease. And you need not have any other disease if you admit that life itself is terminal. Nobody gets out of dying here. You have to go through it. You're not your physical body. You are awareness. I smile because it's like, thank God we get the fuck out of here, don't you? Fucking A. Woo! Yay! Yes! 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 Yeah, now I'm going to go to sleep now because that's what I do every night. Bye!